guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about every single book that I've read and bought because of BookTok. So for the first part of this video, I will be talking about the books that I recently bought because of BookTok. And for the second part of this video, I will be talking about the books that I've read because of BookTok. So I think we're just gonna get started, but before that, I want to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. That is insane, and I'm very thankful for every single one of you. So let's just get started. Okay, so for the books that I got because of BookTok, first off, I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This is I honestly have no idea what this book is about. I think it's a sad book, that's what people say, and I've heard people saying that it's very beautiful. It has been going around on TikTok, and I kind of want to see what the hype's all about. And I have not read this book, so I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna read it next month on March. So yeah, very excited. Then this is another one of my recent books that I got, which is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This is a romance book, and obviously the settings is in like Paris, I think. I've seen Steph Ferrer. She is a booktuber slash booktalker and an Instagram influencer. I love her so much, and I've heard her talk about this book for so many times. And then I also started kind of like doing researches on TikTok, and I've also seen so many people talk about this book and how amazing this book is, and I kind of want to try it out. And I got this for like a very cheap price, so I decided like why not just buy it, and I did. And the cover is very pretty as well. I'm very excited to read this, and I think it's not that thick. It has like I think around 300 pages, which is a very good amount of pages. So yeah. So the last book that I got is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this is also my current read. I'm only like 50 pages in so far. It's so good, and I've annotated like 2 pages only. So this book talks about Emma, who marries her high school crush Jesse until one day Jesse went missing, and so she remarries another man called Sam. However, again, one day Jesse kind of like is not missing anymore. He was found, and he could go back to Emma's life again, and so things kind of got complicated because now she has like 2 lovers. I feel like that's very interesting so far. What I got from this book is that it is actually like a alternating timelines, because you can see what happens in the past and in the present. So if you have read the book All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, it gives off the same vibe. So yeah, if you want to try a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, I think this is the one to go, because it's very easy to understand as well, and I definitely enjoy it from like just the beginning. So okay, now we're just gonna move on to the books that I read because of TikTok. So the first one is One of Us Flying by Karen M. McManus. This is a murder mystery, and it talks about 4 students who are suspected for this one student's murder because he died while 4 of the other students are in the same room as him. So that is very interesting, and I really enjoyed this book. It's very easy to understand, and also if you are not the biggest fan of like murder mystery books, I think this is the book for you to start, because I'm not a fan as well. But this book is not exactly like the most scary thing ever. So I think this is like a good starter book for murder mysteries if you ever want to read one. Okay, moving on to another book is You've Reached Sam by Destin Thau. This is a romance book. It's very, very sad. I cried so much in the end, and it talks about 2 main characters, which is Julie and Sam. And I'm not gonna like spoil anything, so I'm just gonna like leave you guys to it. If you wanna see the synopsis and what it's about, then you can just like go to Goodreads and search up the synopsis. But this is a very good book, and it's also very short. This is like one of the thinnest book I've read. However, I annotated so much, and I also want to tell you guys that this book is very, very beautiful. Like I love every single one of it, and there's so many good quotes. And I read this because so many people cried on BookTok, and I was like, I need to know what's happening. So I did, and yeah, it's amazing. So the next book I read is another romance book, and I just finished this yesterday. It was so good. I read The Love Hypothesis by Ailey Hazelwood. So this book talks about Olive. She is a PhD student, and Adam Carlson, and he's one of the professors in that school. I think it's Stanford, and it's a fake dating trope. Grumpy Sunshine. I love this book so much. I rated it 5 out of 5. One of the best romance book I've ever read. I'm obsessed with their chemistry and everything about it, and this is also very, very easy to read. So yeah, I definitely recommend this book. I think I've talked about the synopsis in like one of my previous videos, so I'm not gonna like talk about it anymore, but I'm just gonna tell you guys that this is such a good book. Definitely worth the hype. I've heard so many great things on TikTok, and I kind of want to try it out. And yes, it's so good. I understand why people say this is like one of the best romance books they've ever read, because I feel the same way, and it's so good. Okay, this one is a very popular booktok book. However, I've read this like a long time ago, probably last year, but I've never really talked about it on my channel because I'm not exactly like so obsessed with this book. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I'm so sorry if I offend people, but it is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I rated this book 3 out of 5. I feel like it does not really, like, I don't exactly understand the hype, but I understand why people would cry, and it's a very beautiful book, but I just don't feel that attached with the characters. I find myself bored in like a lot of the parts or scenes in this book, but it's still a very great book, and it's Greek mythology as well, and it has like romance aspects as well. So yeah, if you guys actually want to read like smart girl books, whatever, read this book, because yeah, this is like the definition of like that. So moving on, I read Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a romance book. It's a childhood friends to lovers. So good. I cannot stop smiling reading this book. For every single scene and part in this book, I just could not stop smiling. The characters are all so wholesome. Elliot and Macy are the main characters, and both of them loves reading, which I really love about them. And also from this book, you will see alternating timelines, which is from the past to the present, back and forth, which I really love about the book. And I think I'm not sure, I forgot if this is dual point of view or only one person, but overall, I recommend it so much. I rated this book 4 out of 5. It's one of the most wholesome, cutest romance book I've ever read. And then more romance to come. I'm so sorry if you're sick of me talking about romance, but The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. This is another romance book. This one is so thick. There are, I think, 500 pages. It talks about Catalina and Aaron Blackford. Both of them works in the same place, so this is like a workplace romance. And also, it's a fake dating trope where Catalina needs Aaron's help to accompany her to her like friend's wedding, I guess. And it's also a Grumpy Sunshine book because Catalina is like one of the most positive, craziest, outgoing person ever, while Aaron Blackford is like so grumpy. He's a perfectionist and all this stuff, which I really love. I'm the biggest fan of like Grumpy Sunshine tropes, but yeah, I definitely recommend you guys reading this book. I enjoyed every single moment of this. However, just a warning, this is like a freaking slow burn book, so yeah, that's just like a warning. But overall, I rated this book like 4.5 out of 5. I love this book so much, and their chemistry, connection, and yeah, go read this book. Aaron Blackford is superior. I love him so much. And then this is another romance book, but this one's considered as the sad ones. I've seen so many TikTok videos talking about this book, and so I have to buy it, and it is Instructions for Dancing by Nicola Yoon. This is another romance book. It talks about two characters, which is Evie and X. But I did not cry. I feel like I don't exactly understand the hype. I really have no like emotional connection with the characters. I rated this book 3 out of 5, but overall it's a good read. It's very easy to go through, and the chapters are so short. I've never read a book with shorter chapters than this. This is like amazing. I love how short these chapters are, and the cover is also very gorgeous. There is a plot twist at the ending which will probably make you cry, but I don't. But a lot of people do cry, so yeah. Definitely recommend it if you want like a quick paced sad book. Just read this book. Okay, lastly, I have to talk about a Colleen Hoover book, obviously. I've talked about Colleen Hoover books in so many of my videos, so I've tried to just limiting it to one, and it is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. This book is like my all-time favorite book ever. Infinity out of 5. I cannot stress enough talking about this book. It's a marriage type of book. It's a second chance romance. Talks about Quinn and Graham. Both of them are married already. However, their marriage is like falling apart. Throughout this book, you will see 2 alternating timelines from the past to the present, back and forth. And I really love that about it. This is like one of the books that I've also cried the most to. I've never cried so much over a book. And I've read this book for like 2 times, and I still want to reread it for like forever. And this book is so short, but you will feel so attached with the character, and their chemistry is insane. I love Graham Wells so much. He's like one of my top book boyfriends ever. And so yeah, I annotated so much for this as well, so definitely recommend it, guys. I've heard so many people crying over this Colleen Hoover book, and a lot of people say like it's their favorite Colleen Hoover book, and then once I finish reading it, I definitely 100% understand why they would say that. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So that is it. I had a lot of fun filming this video, and let me know if you have any book video ideas that you want me to film. And so yeah, I have all of these books here with me, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!